Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining this session on hazard to human health and environment. I first would like to thank the other participants of this session for helping me to organize. So we have presentations from Sabina Halepanava from Health Canada, from Sam Llewellyn from Swansea University, and also Fiona Murphy from Heriot-Watt University will help out with some exercises at the end. So together with this group, we've prepared this hazard session for you. I have to apologize because we have only 90 minutes, so we decided to have a focus on the human health side of the nanomaterials. So the environmental toxicity testing will not be addressed in this session, but I think in other sessions this week you will learn a bit more about environmental toxicity testing. Well, just to have a start of this this session, we would like it to be interactive, and that's also why I wanted to start with a kind of online questionnaire, because well, I cannot see you, and well, you can only see the presenters here, and you can also not see each other. So I think it would be interesting to know from each other who we have here in this session and who is joining here, and also to know a little bit more of each other's backgrounds. This can also help us later in the discussion part after the presentations to guide the discussion a little bit better. So what I would like to ask you to do is to log in into a Mentimeter. So I will try and share my screen and see if this works. Yes. So I hope you can now all see this screen with a question on it. And I was just curious to know, which city are you all calling from? Because I think we are in quite an international audience here. So just to get to know each other a little bit. So what you can do is that you can go to menti.com and use the code to log in, and then you can fill in the city that you are calling from. I will also try and include, so we can make it as interactive as possible, because it's a pity we cannot really see and hear each other in real life. And I think it's quite nice to see that we have a lot of different cities that we are all in. And some cities do have more than only a single participant joining. I will just wait a little bit for people to have the opportunity to log in into this menti.com. So you can log in via the code on top of the screen. For the people who are just joining and missed the introduction, this hazard session will focus on human health of nanomaterials. And we have different presentations focusing on adverse outcome pathways for nanomaterials and how to then identify assays to test if a nanomaterial fits into the adverse outcome pathway. And we will focus specifically on pulmonary toxicity and liver toxicity of nanomaterials. Okay, I will continue to the next question. So you can answer in which sector do you work? So we have an idea of your backgrounds. So it seems we have a lot of people from the academia working in research. And I see we also have some participants that say that they do work in another section. Maybe in the live Q&A or in the discussion forum, they can type in which sector they work. That would be interesting to know. So I think in this session we have mainly a lot of people from academia, from universities involved, but also some from other sectors. So I will go to the final question then of our introduction to get to know each other a little bit. And that's a question on your background. So you can just type in a little bit more on your background. So if you have a toxicity or toxicology background or more in the chemistry or that you come from product development. So we have a lot of people with a background in toxicology, but also some from risk assessment and product development. So we can include different views in this session on how to look at hazard of nanomaterials. Okay. So thank you all for sharing some of your details. So now we have a little bit of an idea of our audience. And with that, I would like to introduce the three presentations. So you will now for well, a bit more of half an hour than half an hour, listen to some pre-recorded presentations. And please use the live Q&A chat box to ask your questions. And once the presentation have finished, we will address the questions. And if there's time, we also have an exercise for you. So enjoy the presentations.